Good morning, students. Yesterday we have discussed about overview for the lessons. So today we are going to discuss about Unit 10, Matter around us. So already discussed what is matter. Matter as occupies space and mass. So that is matter. So today we will see about classification of matter. You have studied classification of matter basis on their physical state in your previous class, that is 8th standard. Now we study about basis on the chemical composition of classification of matter. So all the matter is either pure or impure. Let's see how we decide if a substance is pure or impure in our day-to-day lives. You can just look at the ingredients on labels to know if they are pure or impure. You can look at the ingredients and you notice that this jar contains milk fat, that is ghee. You may say it is pure if chili powder gets mixed with brick powder. You may say it is impure. But chemistry can sometimes be quite different from ordinary life. If you ask a chemist, he or she will say that both the ghee and the chili powder are impure. So both the ghee and the chili powder are impure. Let's see how the chemistry defines impure and impure substance. So நம்ம இன்னைக்கு பார்க்க போறது classification of matter on the basis of chemical composition. So it is further divided into mixture is also called impure. The matter is divided into pure substance and mixture or impure substance. The pure substance is also divided into element and compound. The mixture is also further divided into homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. So homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. Now let's see about pure substance. Anything that is made up of only one type of particle, that is called pure substance. That is only one type of particles is made is called pure substance. For example, we are taken into salt. The constituents of all the particles are the same, that is sodium chloride. They even look and taste are the same. No other type of particle exists in salt. So it is a pure substance. Also sugar is a pure substance because only one type of particles is made. So only one type of particles is made called pure substance. For example, salt, that is the salt constituent of all the particles are the same, that is sodium chloride. The pure substance also further divided into element and compound. Element and compound. Pure substance is only one type of particle is made, that is a pure substance. The pure substance is further divided into elements and compounds. The first one is element. A common example of element around us is iron. In the iron, the smallest unit is Fe particle. It can't be broken by a chemical reaction. This means element is the matter which can't be broken into simpler substances by chemical reactions. So that is elements. Element is the matter which can't be broken into simpler substance by chemical reaction, that is elements. There are 118 elements that are discovered still now. They are arranged in a table like this. So there are 118 elements that are discovered till now. They are arranged in a periodic table. In a periodic table. So these are the examples of the elements in the periodic table. That is, S means sulfur, Mg means mercury, Au means gold, Rb means rubidium, Na means sodium, Cl means chlorine. These are the examples of the elements in the periodic table. The first one is chlorine, second S sulfur, Mg mercury, Au gold, Rb rubidium, and Na sodium. Matter is classified into two types, pure substance and mixture. The pure substance is also divided into two, elements and compounds. Now we are see about this elements. The elements are further divided into three. First one is metal, second one is non-metals, third one is metalloids. So in the periodic table, the elements seen in the blue are the metals. The elements seen in the yellow are the non-metals. The elements seen in the green are the metalloids. In the periodic table, blue colorல இருக்கிறது எல்லாமே metals, green colorல இருக்கிறது எல்லாமே metalloid, yellow colorல இருக்கிறது எல்லாமே என்னது non-metal. So let's see how properties of non-metals vary from that of the metals. So metals non-metalsல எப்படி இருக்கும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு நம்ம சும்மா பார்ப்போம். ஓகேவா? First metals. Metals are generally solids and malleable and ductile. So metals conduct heat and electricity easily. Metals are shiny. So this is a high tensile strength. இப்போ நம்ம metals பார்த்தோம்னா அது மொத்தம் 3 state இருக்கு, solid, liquid, gas. But metals, all the metals have solids, but some of the solids metals are liquid. Mercury, francium, these are the metal but liquid form. Most of the metals are solid. So metals are the typical shiny. இப்போ கோல்டு எடுத்தீங்கன்னா அதுக்கான ஒரு டிப்பிக்கல் ஷைன்னஸ் இருக்கும். அதே சில்வர் எடுத்துக்கிட்டா அது ஒரு டிப்பிக்கல் ஷைனஸ்ல இருக்கும். ஸோ மெட்டல்ஸ் ஆர் ஏ டிப்பிக்கல் ஷைனஸ். இப்போ நீங்க சில்வர் கிண்ணம் ஏதாவது எடுத்துக்கிட்டீங்கன்னா அது எடுத்து அதுல வந்து சுட தண்ணிலாம் வச்சிங்கன்னு வச்சுங்க, அது நம்ம கையில படும்போது பயங்கரமா அந்த சுட தண்ணி வந்து நம்ம கையில படும். ஏன்னா metals are the good conductor of heat and electricity. So metalsலாம் என்ன பண்ணும், ஹீட்டையும் எலக்ட்ரிசிட்டியும் கண்டக்ட் பண்ணும். அதனால தான் நம்ம வந்து சில்வர், கோல்டு அதெல்லாம் வந்து என்ன ஆகும், ஹீட்டை கண்டக்ட் பண்ணும். ஸோ நெக்ஸ்ட் ஒன் இஸ் properties of non-metals or opposite to that of metals. என்னன்னா non-metals இதுக்கு அப்படியே ஆப்போசிட்டா இருக்கும். என்ன metals வந்து சாலிடா இருந்தா அப்ப non-metals வந்து என்னவா இருக்கும்? liquid, gas, solid மூணாகவும் இருக்கும். ஸோ இதுக்கு வந்து ஷைனஸ் இருக்கும்னு சொன்னோம். ஒரு மாதிரி டிபிக்கல் ஷைனஸ் இருக்கும்னு சொன்னோம். பட் நான் மெட்டல்ஸ் எப்படி இருக்கும்? டல்லா இருக்கும். அதே மாதிரி வந்து இட் கண்டக்ட் ஹீட் அண்ட் எலக்ட்ரிசிட்டி புவர்லி. நான் மெட்டல்ஸ்ல என்ன ஆகும்? ஹீட்டை எலக்ட்ரிசிட்டியும் கண்டக்ட் பண்ணாது. ஸோ இட் ஹேவ் எ லோ டென்சில் ஸ்ட்ரென்த். Next, properties of metalloids are between properties of metal and non-metals. Metalloids எப்படி இருக்கும்னா metals and non-metals ரெண்டுத்துக்கும் betweenல இருக்கும், ரெண்டுத்துக்கும் நடுவுல இருக்கும். அதுதான் வந்து என்ன சொல்றோம்? metalloids. இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் நீங்க பெரிய கிளாஸ் போக்குள்ள இத பத்திலாம் இன்னும் நீங்க டீப்பா படிப்பீங்க. The small recall for the atoms. Atoms are the basic units of matter and the defining structure of elements. We know that atoms are made up of three particles. What are the particles? Proton, neutron, and electron. Proton and neutron inside the nucleus and the electrons revolve around the nucleus and composed of even smaller particles such as quark. So atom are the basic units of matter and the defining structure of the elements. There are three particles, proton, electron and neutron. Proton and neutron inside the nucleus and the electron revolve around the nucleus. The next one is molecules. The smallest particle of a substance that retains the chemical and physical properties of the substance and is group of two or more atoms, that is molecule. So group of two or more atoms, that is molecule. For example, oxygen molecule consists of two atoms of oxygen. So the oxygen molecule consists of two atoms of oxygen. Same for the hydrogen molecule consists of two atoms of hydrogen. The next one is compounds. The matter is classified into pure substance and impure substance or mixture. The pure substance is further divided into elements and compounds. Elements is further divided into metal, non-metal, metalloids. So the pure substance further divided into element and compound. Now let's see about compounds. Now we see about compounds. So compounds are pure substance made up of elements. When elements combine to form compounds, the elements combine to form a compounds. Compounds do not combine to random manner. The combination is always ratiometric. All compounds can be subdivided into the elements which make these compounds. So compounds are the pure substance made up of elements. Elements coming to form compounds, but they don't combine in a random manner. So the combination is always a ratiometric. For example, hydrogen and oxygen are two elements which combine to form H2O, water, and sodium and chloride, two elements combine to form a sodium chloride. We get constituent elements back from compounds only by using chemical methods. For example, we can get hydrogen and oxygen back from water through electrolysis. So we get the constituent elements back from the compounds only by using chemical methods. Chemical method. So now we are discussed about classification method on the basis of chemical composition. They are divided into pure substance and mixture. Pure substance is made up of only one type of particle, that is called pure substance. Example, salt. The pure substance can be further classified as elements and compounds. Elements is the matter which can't be broken into simpler substance by chemical reactions. There are 118 elements that are discovered till now in the periodic table. So the element is further divided into three: metal, non-metal, and metalloid. Metals are the solids and conduct heat and electricity. Non-metals are poor conduct of heat and electricity. These are the non-metals are solids, liquids, and gases. So small recap for the atom and molecules. Atom are the basic units of the matter and defining structure of elements. There are three particles made up of an atom: proton, neutron, electron. Proton and neutron inside the nucleus and the electron revolve around the nucleus. And the molecules, the group of two or more atoms, that is molecules. Example, oxygen molecule consists of two atoms of oxygen. And the pure substance further divided into element and compounds. Now we have see about compounds. Compounds are the pure substance made up of elements. The elements combine to form compounds. So you write about what are the difference in the elements and compounds. This is the assignment. Thank you.